Hi. Well, I thought that my days of talking about the whole COVID stuff were over. I was super vocal about it back in 2019 and 2020. My Facebook got shut down in the end because of what I was saying about the jabs and all the rest of it. And I just feel like I just felt like I had to come on here and say something. I've had a really weird afternoon. I've actually felt quite sad today. Um, so I took myself out for a walk, which was nice. And then I came home this afternoon and I was folding up washing, and then I saw this post and I don't even know why I commented on it, but obviously it had to happen. And actually I feel like it healed something in me that needed to be put to bed. Anyway, I saw a post come up on Instagram. I had no idea who it was. It didn't matter. I looked at the post, and it was a post about people that had the jabs and the suffering that they were going through, and you know, and I put a comment on there, rightly or wrongly. I just felt it, and I wrote it. Many people were saying all sorts of things, very similar things to myself, but I just put, I cannot believe how many people fell for it and so damaged, are now suffering, and it's so tragic. It's so tragic. Anyway, the next thing, I get a message from somebody that I'm not following or friends with, and with a screenshot of my comment, and they put in their story saying it's awful and disgusting what people are commenting when people are suffering. Well, the blood in my body just boiled up, and I was like, really angry. So I messaged this person back. I didn't know who they were. I messaged this person back saying I'm allowed to have a voice. I am angry. I'm frustrated. They said, do you people want medals for not getting it? And I put, no medals needed. I put, we suffered also. We all suffered. I went through losing my dad dying on his own. I've had a cry today. I lost my dad 5 years ago, and I miss him dearly. It's really got to me today. But not only did I lose my dad in it, he died alone. I worked in palliative care as a nurse, and I should have been there. Anyway, he died on his own. Do not resuscitate. Not having right treatment, having none of us with him. And then I fell out with my family a month later. No victimhood here, but we're all victims in this. And ostracised from a family. And anyway, it was really hard. And because I was so vocal online, because I was screaming at people to wake up, don't take this shit, don't have it. It's going to kill people. It's leading us down a path of dictatorship. And I could see all of this happening, and I got ridiculed by friends and family. I got unfriended by family and friends, or acquaintances, whatever. And I got sent death threats. I was shouted down at in supermarkets for not wearing masks. It was really hard, all while grieving my lovely dad. And anyway, so I literally let this person have it. I was like, I'm entitled to my opinion. This is, it's not as clear cut. And they actually came back and said, I'm sorry, I probably read that wrong. It just feels like everyone's saying, I told you so. And I actually went back to this person and said, maybe we should, we ended up having a discussion, and she lost her mum. She'd had the jab, it appeared. This lady that had put this post up against me and tagged me into it. And I said to her, do you know what I didn't do throughout that whole thing, which I'd had done to me by someone very dear, was I'd never tagged anyone in and tried to publicly shame them. And she said, I'll take it down. And she did, bless her. So we had a bit of a conversation, and I said, maybe we should have a conversation like this online to raise awareness to it, because I think there's very much an us, but I said maybe there's just too much noise anyway. So we were having discussion backwards and forwards, and I looked at her profile Because part of me was like, have you been speaking about this whole time? Did you get, I realised she was jabbed at that point, but she was a famous person. I didn't even know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me anyway. People's fame, it doesn't interest me. But she'd had the jab and has been speaking up about it apparently online. So good for her for having a voice and speaking up. But I think there's such an us and them thing, But I think people need to realise that the people that were, I hate the word awake, but the people that were awake back in 2019, 2020, and that was shouting at people, don't do it, and was so frustrating. And I get frustrated because I even know people close to me that would never have had that jab, that were either bullied into it or took it because they wanted to go out to restaurants and go on a bloody plane or go on holiday. Like, what are you doing? Because it's not only were people hurting themselves, and I didn't want to lose people, or for them to all of a sudden start to get cancers and start to lose them, or heart issues or organ failure, which is happening more and more. But they were also, it was a test to see how we would fall for this shit, how much they could control us and lead us into bloody dictatorship, which is happening in the UK. There's so much to this. It's so frustrating. Anyway, us people that saw it are not trying to say we told you so, although sometimes you want to say that, we told you. And do you know what? We were ridiculed. We were called conspiracy theories, like we were nutters, like we were horrible people. We were only trying to wake people up so they wouldn't hurt themselves and, fall for it. And so we were shouted down then, and it feels like we're shouted down now for just having a voice and an opinion. So it is frustrating, and I'm so glad that she did that, actually, and let me know she did that, because it enabled us to both have a conversation and see each other's point of view. I didn't know she'd lost her mum 5 months ago, and or indeed that she was damaged herself. I thought she was just posting about other people being damaged, but no one knows what goes on for each person, and it's always good to talk, isn't it? Always good to communicate and see each other's points of view. But I would say for those people that did speak up back in 2020, that I don't think I've ever had an apology from anyone. Even people that have probably realised since then it wasn't a good idea. I did have one of my clients actually bought me an orchid. I think it was when we came back into the workspace and my business opened up again, and she gave me an orchid and said, thank you so much for speaking up. It saved my family. You woke us up. So that was beautiful. But not many people can say sorry or admit they're wrong, or, so not only were we shouted down and called all the names under the sun, and, I had death threats and was called to see you next Tuesday and all sorts of stuff. It's like you can't even have a say in what you think. It's like, I don't know, it's a weird old world at the minute, crazy. So I guess I just wanted to say that, really. I just think, maybe for people listening to this, those people that tried to help you, maybe say thanks, or maybe apologise if you've realised, it's hurt all of us. All of us. None of us have got out of this scot-free, have we? If you didn't have it, it wasn't fun watching everyone else bloody well fall for it. And if you did have it, that's not great either. I'm really chuffed for anyone that maybe had a placebo or that hasn't been negatively affected as yet. Anyway, I just thought I had to share it. I just had to get it off my chest. It's just super, super sad. And I hope people wake up to the rest of the shit that's going on in the mainstream media and the lies that get told and the stupid bloody politics and the brainwashing of the kids in the schools. And I just want people to wake up so we can get some peace and get these bastards out of control that are leading us into a one world dictatorship. Listen, I know that the light wins, but sometimes some days are really, really tough. And let me tell you, the more you see, the harder it bloody is. It'd be much easier to be walking around in a bubble thinking whatever's on the telly is true. Anyhow, I'm going to go. I've just had my bath and I'm in my pyjamas, and I'm going to write this day off as a bit of a sad one. Anyway, lots of love to you. Take care of each other. Bye.